You know what? I'm gonna say something kind of like crazy though.
Hey, speak your shit, man.
So because you know what? It's my thought process about blerd, right? Being a blerd, right?
Yeah.
Black people we love to create spaces where we can just be free and talk about whatever we want to talk about, and we also carry the flag for whatever is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be the worst thing in the world, but and you put it on us, we want to spit it right back at you, and it's gonna be the coolest thing in the world. I'm saying, like you put us in a cage full of alligators, we coming out with boots and hats. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we get down. And shout
out to PETA. We not wearing no leathers. Nobody got hurt in that statement.
Right, exactly. Right. So I think about, we just talked about basically the 80s, right? With karate and all of those things. And you gave us some history about how Voltron got started. We coming into the 90s. So in a black space, we are, like you said, we're not really talking about this too much. We kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We whisper in the corners. But 2000s come around, and I'm thinking about how hip hop fuses all of these things together. It's kind of random thoughts. I'm thinking about Kanye West.
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye made it cool just to be you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's the first rapper to be like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna wear whatever I want to wear. I'm gonna wear, some polos. I'm gonna be nerded out. I'm gonna be who I am. Because before Kanye, there was everybody was cookie cut. Everybody was trying to be.
It was probably hard. Everybody was trying to be a street thug. Everybody was trying to be a thug.
Right. I feel like Kanye gave everybody. That's why he embraced people like Lupe. He's the first one to embrace Lupe. And Lupe is out of this world with bars.
Yes, he is.
Be clear,
like a legitimate. If he wanted to come in and just like say, "Okay, I'm gonna shut it down." Could.
I think he's underrated. He's definitely underrated.
Because
MC,
I feel like artist. I'm sorry. I feel like he recognized like the trash in the game and was like, "I'm good. I made what I need to make, and I'm out of here doing my own thing."
Definitely.
Right. When and light years from now, they're gonna be dissecting the first album from Lupe.
Yeah,
it's layered. It's so much layered bars in that album. It's ridiculous, bro. Like I never. Even when like Nas loves this guy. A lot of people don't know Nas loves Lupe because he says that Lupe is him.
Dope. That's dope.
Lupe is him. Like he's like, yo, if I had to pick somebody that was me, it's Lupe. Like he's like you said, if you had to call him some type of anime, he's a samurai. Like his words is just he looks like when you close your eyes and you think about a cartoon or anime, he's a samurai. So, but my other question to you was this though.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you about like hip hop blerd, right? Like I said, we embrace everything. So have you heard like some bars from like some people that had like, I know you mentioned Megan, right? You mentioned Lupe. What other bars you caught? They was like, yo, that's an anime bar. That comes from something from the blerd culture.
Look, the dude that I like. So I mentioned Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm not a fan, right? Right, I know. Denzel Curry. Have you heard?
I've heard him before.
Denzel Curry drops
Denzel,
anime references in 80% of the songs that I've heard of, and I like those songs. Like I was like, yo, I'm rocking with this. And then he also was in an anime. So if you check out, if you have Netflix, he was in his anime is called Carol and Tuesday, and it's a music anime. It's about two girls, white girl, black girl, like meet each other by chance, and they like have an instant music connection. And the whole thing is them trying to make real music in the future when all the music is like computer generated. So they make like real songs together, and then the whole that one, bro.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Carol and Tuesday, right? And it's real. It dives deep on real deal stuff because basically, like they live on Mars, but it looks like Dumbo, like down underneath in New York City. Like it looks just like Manhattan in that area, but it's on Mars. It's like a replica of Earth, and so if you're from Earth, you're like an immigrant, you're an alien. And so there's like a lot of anti-immigrant laws. And Denzel Curry's character was like a social justice, like a community leader. And then he gets arrested and they film him rapping about all the social injustice that's going on. And it's like dope. Like the story is cool. So like Denzel would be the guy for me that I think is legit. Like, they're not just dropping the name to drop a name. Like he's working it in because it fits the narrative of the story. Like it fits the narrative of his rhyme scheme and the song, not just, oh, well, it sounds good if I drop a Naruto character here. No, I kind of built the song so it leads up to this.
Wow.
Wow. And then who else is good? I know you said you didn't like Samurai Champloo, but Samurai Champloo was one of the first that bridged hip hop and anime together. And so they have one of the producers, and people get it twisted. They think Nujabes is the guy that did the whole album, but he was just one of the many producers on the album. And they contributed this whole hip hop influenced soundtrack to the show. And like the show is crazy. Like if you watch it and get into it, it's like each episode is its own story, but it follows an arc. And to me, I think that melding of music and anime was dope. Kanye West's Better, was it Harder, Faster, Stronger? The video, that's an actual anime. It's like a 55-minute anime, and he just took clips out of it because Daft Punk actually helped create that anime based off that album. And so when Kanye sampled it and worked with Daft Punk, he took the anime clips and put it in his video. And I think that helped a lot too. But people don't know Kanye lived in Japan. Like Kanye was a nerd. Like he got a scholarship and was studying in Japan as like a kid, like a 12, 13-year-old. Like he was, so that culture and understand, especially with fashion, I think that's
a lot of his fashion
is on there.
And his album covers have been resemblance of some of the some artists that he's looked up to in Japan.
Yep, that's awesome. And that's where a lot of that creativity comes from. Like he's wild and he's got some issues, but the creativity is there, and especially with fashion, it comes from being. And Japan is like on the low. And I shouldn't even say on the low. Japan is real fashion forward. Like Japan and Korea.
Right.
Like turn on any Korean TV show and the fashion that they're wearing, it's like a whole mix of like rich couture, but hip hop inspired. Like you got to check it out. It's dope. And then who's big right now in terms of music and hip hop? My man LaShawn Thomas. So LaShawn Thomas is a animator and a studio head and director from New York City. And he just released 2 anime. So he released one on Netflix called Cannon Busters. And I think that has the best opening song. Really? And dude, go to Cannon Busters on Netflix tonight and just listen to the opening song and tell me that's not fire. And then the ending song is dope too.
Dude, you gotta send you dropping some major list things. You gotta send me a message because you dropping some things I gotta go back and listen to and look
I'll send you. And then he came out with another one. He just did Yusuke, which is
what is that?
It's a anime about the real life. It's not real life because it's an anime, but it's about the real life character, the Black Samurai, who was originally an African slave.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but
he went to Japan and became a feared samurai for the daimyo. LaShawn Thomas made an anime based on him, and the same thing. It's hip hop inspired in terms of its music. Anime and hip hop are really starting to bridge because there's a lot of African Americans, people of color that grew up in that era of Cartoon Network and Toonami and this and that. And so now they're like, shit, I want to draw. Like, I want to be an artist. And so now they're starting to have, there's two twin brothers in Korea that they have their own anime studio. They just dropped a Filipino anime that was like a super well-regarded graphic novel. So it just aired on Netflix today. It's called Trece. They did Seis Manos, which is like basically a 70s style kung fu, but the characters are all characters of color. So there's African Americans, Mexicans, and it takes place in the Mexican town, and it deals with a lot of like Mexican like folklore and like mystical, like kind of like magic, but it's all kung fu, and it's dope. Like it's there. These hidden gems that are there because our people of color, Black people, Spanish people, Filipino, we are getting into this culture and saying, well, we're tired of not seeing us, so we're gonna go ahead and create it. That's dope. There's another anime called Michiko and Hakchan, which is all about Afro-Brazilians and Afro-Latinas in the town, and it's an anime.
I like to see that type of stuff, man. That's dope.
Oh, it's crazy. It check out. I'll send you kind of a list of some stuff to watch.
Please do. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, like, I need a list. I wanted to get into like comic books, right?
Yeah. I got some heat for you for that too.
Yeah, because my goal is to start to stack up a comic book collection for Carrington, my daughter. Yeah. Right. So that way she can have like something. See, which I don't understand is that comic books are assets. You can, if you don't want them, you can sell them off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's not into comic books when she get older, that's cool. She can just have something she can just sell and get some money. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever she wants to do with them, she'll do that. So I'm gonna stack up a nice little, just kind of some big pieces that she can have. But I was looking at this young lady. She was talking about X-Men, right, and how that's the blueprint for like most of like the cartoons that's out right now that really are like classics, right? Talk to me about like X-Men like that. And we talking about what, like Fox, like, Fox 5. Well, in New York we had Fox 5, but they had
it was Fox. It came on Channel 5 on Saturday.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Fox.
It was which is still considered by many to be one of the best like American,
hands down,
cartoon like comic book translation cartoons. Like everyone loves the opening song, the themes of it.